everyone. I was just helping some of my clients out. I had a bunch of you call and you asked me, how would you cut your own bangs if you need a little trim? So I decided I'd help you out and give you a little bit of info on how to do your bangs so that they don't get too messed up before on your way to doing it yourself. Hopefully you have a good shear. The first thing you want to do is, like, from the middle of your nose, you need to do, like, I put my finger on my comb because it gives me a nice clean part. See how clean my part is then? Much better than it could be. And you can see I definitely have not had my touch-up done. I'm waiting just like you guys have to. So one of the big tricks is you want to be able to go, the easiest way to look, I'm going to tuck my hair back. From the corner of your eye, right there, that corner of your eye, you want to go up and into your part. And you can see I don't have a very good clean part there, so I'm going to try to make it just a little cleaner. See, I put my finger at the top of the comb. That makes it a nicer clean part. Go down, and that gives me a nice clean part. Now I'm just going to double check. I'm going to tuck it to the other side for 1 second because I want to check to make sure. See, I can take my comb even and see I'm at the corner of my eye, come up. I have just a little bit too wide. We don't want to go too wide because if we go too wide, we're going to end up with hair that actually lives on the sides, not part of our bangs, being cut. So we're going to try to do a nice clean line here. I'm going to put my finger there because usually you'll go right to your finger. There's a somewhat cleaner part. Now you can either tuck behind if you have enough hair. I want to clip mine because I want to make sure mine does not get cut in areas that I don't want cut. Now I can even clean up my line just that little bit more so that it doesn't look so messy. There we go. All right, now we're gonna come back to the center. And the way you can tell if you went back far enough, I forgot to tell you, first thing you should do after you have your part is you wanna lay your comb on your forehead. Tilt it back once if you just want a very thin fringe. Tilt it back a second time. Where you feel that that comb leaves the head, see how that is just about right where my point of my part is? So that's what I want to have. That's where I want my point of my part to be, where the comb leaves the head. And each person is different, so you can't follow exactly like mine. This is how you customize to your specific head. So now I'm going to put my finger here at my corner of my eye, go to the top of my point, and come down. And tuck back and see how clean I am. That's actually not too bad. It's much cleaner than my other side went. Okay, there we go. Now we'll check it. We're gonna check it to make sure that I have it right. From the corner of my eye, look at that. Can you see that part? This one is a little messy, so I'm gonna come back over. I'm gonna take that clip out, and I'm just gonna clean that up. I'm gonna come down from that center part down to a nice clean parting. There we go. That looks a lot better. Now I'm happy. There. That looks good, right? And you can see this is not all the way out here. See how it's kind of like in the middle of my forehead? Like almost to the middle of my eye, center of my eye when I come up. Because we don't want to go too far out. If we do, we're going into the hair that lives on the side. And I'm doing it dry. We want to do it dry because we don't want as much stretch. Because if you've seen those videos where the people leave go and their hair like shrinks up to here and then they have like no fringe, that's what could happen. So I'm doing it on dry hair. I'm using the wide teeth of my comb. Can you see the wide teeth of my comb? Because I don't want a lot of tension on it. If I have a lot of tension on it, then we're going to get those bangs that shrink up. So depending on where you want to have your fringe, I have a long fringe, so I would rather have mine down really long. But for those of you who have a shorter fringe, you might want to go to the middle of your eye. And you want to go in and point cut in. That way, and point cut, I mean, close the shear. See how I'm closing? Close on the way out, 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 close on the way out. That'll give you a little bit more of a kind of choppy fringe, so it doesn't look like you just cut it off. If you want that really blunt look, go straight cut. But you can also see, do you see how I'm doing, it's kind of like a flat pinch. See how my hair is still flat, but it's all kind of pulled to the center right in the middle of my eyebrow? that gives you that kind of curved outside so that it blends it a little bit into where you don't have, where you haven't cut it at all. So I'm gonna do a long fringe so that you can check it out. And my head is straight, my back is straight, everything is straight up. I've worked my hair into one kind of together real close. It's still a nice flat pinch. Bringing it down, I want to keep it down as flat as possible. Obviously my nose is in the way there, so I'm kind of keeping it out just a little bit. And now I'll go in because I want it under my chin. Now, I wear mine to the side. So I am going to actually, so if you have a side part that you always wear your hair to, I'm going to just tuck this back for a second behind my ear. And I'm going to take this. And instead of holding it straight down, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk it, keep it together, and walk it to the side. Now, remember, where do you want your fringe to live? Remember, when it's over here, it's got to travel all the way back over here. It could be short. So I would say start out a little long. I like to say start at about where your angle, you're at your nose. See how my fingers are straight. If you really wanted a harder part, you could do an angle. That would give it an even harder because it's already pulled to the side, so you're going to get that swoopy bang. This will give you an even harder bang. A harder swoop, like angle, if you want a really hard angle. Like that might work out really well for me because I have really long hair and I want to have like it blend a little better. But for somebody who's got short, that may look like it's like really long real fast. So you might want to do like that. But remember, we're keeping it, see how loose it is? It's really kind of loose, not hard. Pinch, make sure that it's all together, but it's not clumped into like we don't want it like this. I don't want it like that. It's a flat pinch. So we want it to just work them together and then cut. And that way you can get that'll come over. Then you take this little piece here and you take this piece out. Get all my piece here. Don't take any hair that we don't want. No, 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 no. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side and we're gonna hold this hair back and take this to this side. And we're gonna use that little guide and we're going to keep it loose and cut. And that way you'll get that from your corner where you have your part out. Does that sound amazing? Awesome. So that's how you cut a fringe. If you have any questions, all of my clients have my info. You can DM me. So you can DM me, you can give me a text or whatever if you have any concerns. But just make sure you're always going longer than what you want and no pressure on the hair. That's the super important because I'd rather have it be a little bit on the long side and have to have you go back in than have you do one of those where I have no bangs. I was thinking about doing that because I really do want to have my bangs cut off eventually. But while I'm in hibernation here, I'm going to not do that. So if you have any concerns, give me a call. It's or DM me. I forgot online, and we'll take good care of you. All right, bye.